Alrighty. Hey everybody. Um, Here we go with the data centers again. Except more than 30 North Carolina governments paused new data centers over power, water, and noise. This is from today at 5:47 a.m. Um, it says here this key takeaways here. More than 30 county and city governments in North Carolina have implemented temporary holds on new data center proposal due to concerns about their impact on neighborhoods, water resources, and the power grid. Local opposition to data centers has led to pauses in rezoning requests, special use permits, and site plans, with residents citing worries about electricity use, water demand, noise, and the effects on nearby homes and communities. State lawmakers in North Carolina have debated legislation to address data center growth, I'm sorry, including proposals to hold data centers more accountable for their electricity and water use, but broader responses, like a 2 year statewide halt on permits, have not advanced. And it says some more things down here as well that, uh, um, well, it not only that it's detrimental to, the ecosystem, and what about the animals that you depend on this water like we do, and the reports of farmers having no live births that are beside these data centers in the Midwest, or I can't remember what state. Uh, it says here, we're being told the AI data centers are inevitable, that communities must sacrifice their water, land, and health and their economic future for big tech's greed. And it says down here that this is laughable. Uh, AI also comes with potential benefits. It can improve grid planning, speed up research, optimize clean energy systems. For fuck's sake, look how much energy you're using for this shit to begin with. What does that matter then? Like, you're creating more of a problem with this than it's going to help with. So, anyway, uh, and it says if utilities must build more infrastructure to serve power hungry campuses, residents worried the cost could fall on households and small businesses through higher rates. And it has, uh, in a lot of places. Uh, here's, and here is this from the first data center firm drops North Carolina site after backlash, cites friendlier communities. They're looking for friendlier communities. They're not wanted in any community, uh, that I have seen online here. Uh, and it's supposed to be in Kingsboro in eastern North Carolina, uh, where residents had raised alarms about the project's potential effects on the water supplies, electric use, and quality of life. They choose to focus on friendlier communities after residents asked hard questions about their water and power. They see people are asking questions. They're like, oh, well, these people, we can't fool these people. On to the next town. But they're not falling for this shit no more. Here is this propaganda from July 22nd. Pro Data Center Group tried to change opinions in NC with ad campaign. I haven't seen these. I don't watch TV, but I see it at work. Uh, North Carolina Connects has sponsored a six-figure advertising campaign touting the economic and business benefits of data centers. Uh, it's just laughable. Uh, People are not falling for their bullshit anymore. Uh, so there's that. And here is this with the oh, here's this. NC bills target data center boom, seeking tax changes, consumer protections. This is from May 8th. The North Carolina Department of Commerce estimates that data centers currently receive about 50 million each year in state sales and use tax exemptions. And that's what they were talking about in before I meant to do this one first. Uh, that yeah, uh, they get these big tax cuts that we don't fucking get. Why? Why should we give it to these people? I mean, come on. And anyway, on to more state news here. As law enforcement backs a hemp ban, protesters push NC lawmakers to no, vote no. I'm sorry. Uh, and they's protesting today. Uh, the legislative building. Uh, for last month, the Senate passed House Bill 32H, which would ban the sale of the hemp products with more than zero point 0.4 milligrams of THC in North Carolina. It would also prohibit the sale of any hemp products like CBD or natural kratom products to anyone under 21 and would outlaw the sale of xylazine and synthetic kratom. I mean, that should have been that way to begin with, honestly. They set this up to fail. You know how they work. Uh, uh, anyway, it's a $4 billion industry that employs 16,000 people in the state, probably more than that, actually. It's illegal here. Marijuana itself is defined as cannabis with more than 0.3% delta 9 THC. But there are presently no restrictions, including age limits, on other hemp products that include other types of THC compounds. In 2015, the legislature allowed the cultivation of industrial hemp, and then in 2018, following federal law changes, it allowed the cultivation and sale of hemp products with less than 0.3% delta 9 THC. It created a loophole that allowed the sale of products that contain delta 8 and delta 10, two other intoxicating THC compounds, as well as THCA, a compound that turns into delta 9 THC when burned. Law enforcement leaders say the lack of regulation has turned the state into the Wild West for cannabis products. I mean, come on, y'all. These lawmakers, not y'all. Uh, got legal alcohol out here. Alcohol is legal, and I've seen more harm coming from alcohol than I have ever seen from coming from marijuana or hemp. Uh, family speaking, you know, I've had several family members die from cirrhosis of the liver. Uh, in the past like 15 years, not even probably about 10 years, the past 10 years. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, come on. And here's the governor wanting them, urging them to fix the bill over the kratom inclusion. I don't know much about kratom, so uh, but you can buy this stuff at any gas station around here, almost any. And here's where they were rallying against the House bill, the people that started the businesses when they passed this in 2015, 2018. I know there's one in Black Mountain. Well, there's several up there. Anyway, uh, I can understand. Like I said, it should have been 21 anyways to buy it. Anyway, there's that article if you want to look at that. Um, I remember a while back. This was last year sometime that they were the owners of these shops and businesses. That they produce their own hemp. They grow it themselves and everything. Anyway, they were looking. They went to South Carolina. They were supposed to meet with none other than Lindsey Graham. And he kept avoiding them. He changed the meeting time and didn't tell nobody. And they were here when he was over here. That was on purpose anyway. He never planned to meet with these people. All he cared about was Israel. Anyways, here's this. It says, hemp store owners and patients say proposed law will effectively ban all cannabis products. And a lot of people depend on them products to stay off of opioids. Is what this article is about. Um, this man says, what is it? I was willing to risk my life for service to this country. It's a veteran. Please don't force me to go back to the path where prescription medications slowly destroyed my body. James Robinette, patient and veteran, said. Uh, I mean, the demand will continue. They will just buy it illegally. The products will be less safe. They'll be getting them out of somebody. They'll they'll be getting them out of somebody, the trunk of somebody's car. I guess that's what they meant to say. Instead, that was worded wrong. Anyways, uh, shit. It says back in April, the Department of Justice reclassified state-regulated medical cannabis to the same tier as Tylenol, which some say signals that the feds are recognizing its medical value. Duh, it is medicinal. Anyway, because we have cannabinoid receptors in our brains, and lots of animals do. Anyway, because they would eat it in the wild. These animals would grow in the wild. Used to. Uh, the state house is expected to take this bill up this week. Let's, like I said, the 21 it should be to buy these products. Uh, but it shouldn't stop them from selling them. It should be more regulated. Like I said, they set this up to fail on purpose. Anyway, to get these people pull the rug out from under people. They love to do that shit. And anyway, here's a article about what this is about called "What to Know About the Looming Federal Ban on THC Infused Drinks and Snacks." And it's talking about here about what was it? It says it's talking about or it is the federal ban would jeopardize more than 300,000 jobs while costing states 1.5 billion in lost tax money, the tax revenue off of the sale of these products. Uh, anyways, what's his name? Tried to stop what was it? A number of lawmakers say they will push for regulation of the hemp THC industry. Uh, Rand Paul introduced an amendment to strip McConnell's hemp language from the crucial government funding bill, but it failed. Of course. Anyway, there's that. And this is some good news here I found there. After a decade-long gap, endangered bats from Indiana bats reappear in western North Carolina. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. They said this may be making a small but meaningful return in the western part of the state. Rescuers documented 24 Indiana bats at a single maternity roost in western North Carolina, the first significant sighting and capture of the species there in over a decade. In Graham County, the Wildlife Resources Commission researchers located the bats in the Joyce Kilmer Slick Rock Wilderness where they were roosting in a dead hemlock. That's awesome. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so cute. And they eat lots and lots and lots of bugs. Anyway, the tree was being used as a nursery roost where females give birth and raise their pups. The discovery is notable because white nose syndrome, a fungal disease that decimated bat populations across North America, had brought them to close to extinction. So this is really awesome to hear. Anyway, there y'all. Uh, y'all take care and be safe out there. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.